Hi and welcome to Expondo Gastro Experts. Today we'll be talking about pizza ovens. My name is Michał Orłowski. Let's have a look. So, as always, I will remind you this program is being streamed live, so if you want to share some experiences with us or you have a question in regards to ovens, please fire away on our live chat. The more there is, the better we will cover the subject, which today is pizza ovens, as you can see. So on my workbench today, two pizza ovens from Royal Catering. We have a 2-deck and 1-chamber oven. As you can see, it's a pretty compact device, whether it's the double chamber or the single chamber. So obviously, if you're a pizzaiolo or pizza master, there's no better thing than, wood-fired pizza oven. But obviously, in some places or food trucks or small, bistros or cafes, it's impossible to install such a device. So it is a perfect solution for these smaller places. It's electrical, of course. It goes with 230 volts, both of them. So you just plug it in and off you go. Great for food trucks or small bistros or whatever the place is scarce. So, as you can see, it's not only for pizzas, great for making naan breads or roti or pita breads, also baking breads. It has a very nice and static heat, so there's no convection in it, so that's good for pizzas and all such bakes. I've been testing these devices for nearly 3 months now. We've been doing a lot of pizzas. Obviously, it's not a pizzeria, so not as extensively as in a real pizza shop. But then again, we did make a couple pizzas for sure. And I have to say, well, the device really plays well. It gets the job done really quickly. Obviously, it's not getting as high as a wood-fired oven would go, but then again, it is quite efficient. So let me tell you a few things, technical things about it. So, first of all, the power. For the 1-chamber oven, it's 2000 watts. For the two-chamber oven, it's 3000 watts. As I mentioned, it works with 230 volts, and there's 3 heating elements. Let me show you. So basically, you have 1 heating element on the top, 1 heating element in the middle, which is the bottom heating element for the top chamber, and it's the top heating element for the bottom chamber, and obviously there's another heating element on the bottom. So you have 3 regulation knobs, temperature regulation knobs. Obviously, one is steering the top one, the middle one is steering the heating element in the middle, and the bottom one is steering the bottom element. Underneath you have a timer, and of course the on and on switch. And talking about the on and on switch, there's 2 of them. So there's a light switch and the switch to turn the heating elements on, which I will show you on this one. But there's one more thing. Even though it's an electrical oven, it has one really great feature, especially if it comes to pizzas and naan breads and such. It has a, Firestone it's called, or cordierite, and it's removable. It's quite heavy, but then again, you can take it out if you put a little bit back into it. So it's a slab of a stone. It's great because it's distributing the temperature really well. So if you have a look inside, let me just put it back to the side. Let's have a look inside. So that's your heating element exposed on the bottom and on the top, all right? So as you can see, it goes from side to side, from front to the back. So it already delivers a pretty even temperature, but it is connecting it to the slab. The slab is gaining the temperature and it's distributing it really well all across the surface of the oven. From the top, or you also have another heating element. As in the previous example for the Big Brother, you have the steering on the side. So top element, bottom element, and the timer and the switch. And as you can see, there's a light switch. There you go. so you can see through the window what's happening inside. Also, when you open it, it shows you the result of your baking. All right. And the other is to turn the heating element on. So you just switch this one on, set the temperature up, and that's pretty much it. That's how it works. And of course the timer to achieve uniform results each and every time. So I don't want to get into a discussion about the recipes, because chefs tend to be quite emotional if it comes to the recipe for perfect Italian pizza. Everyone is saying, like, you know, has different recipes, different times, different temperatures. So let me put it to you this way. This oven goes from 50 degrees down up to 50 degrees up to 350 degrees, which is absolutely fine for pizzas. Obviously, you can modify the top and bottom heating element in order to achieve the perfect result. So you need to make a couple of tries first. Obviously, the first couple will go burnt or will be raw, but then once you figure it out, you will have an established time and temperature for the perfect pizza. So some say you require a higher temperature, above 400 degrees, but let me tell you, with 350 it works absolutely perfect. All right, anything about the device? Of course, it is stainless steel housing, which is great because it doesn't react to temperature. It's quite heat resistant, as in, like, you know, it doesn't wave when it's being heated. Like, we had it on for at least 5 to 6 hours during our tests, and we haven't observed any waving of the material, which is great. Obviously, it will get hot. You have also imprinted marks where it is hot, so you need to be careful. Remember, it's 350 degrees, so obviously it will go hot on the bottom. On the top. Also, one thing to remember, there are vents on each side, so the device shouldn't be pushed against the wall like tightly. There always needs to be a little bit of space because the device may eventually overheat. So it shouldn't happen very often because it is a commercial heavy-duty oven. But then again, if you push it against the wall like really tightly with no space for breathing, it may overheat. But it is not a problem because, let me just turn it off completely, because on the back side you will have a reset button. So there is actually a safety, so when the device is about to overheat, in order to prevent permanent damage, the device the heat will trip the safety and it will turn itself off. So when you see, like, the device is connected, but you don't see the lines and the device is not working or heating anymore, it's probably because the safety has been tripped. So in order to reset the device, basically what you need to do is just unplug it, wait for it to cool down just a little bit. I'd say 10-15 minutes. I know it's a lot during a rush hour, but then again, it's better than losing your device completely. So it's actually a very cool feature. So basically afterwards, you just need to push it and the device will start again when you plug it in. It's great because, you know, it's quite accessible. The button, sometimes it's just, you know, with ovens and such things, it's underneath or somewhere, you know, really hard to access. In this case, you just grab it in the back, make sure you don't touch the top, and you just can reset it. All right, so basically it's the same idea with the bigger ones. So on each level you do have the corduroy stone, so that's great. One thing to remember is with the double oven, so with the two chambers, that the middle heating element heats both top and bottom. So this actually needs a bit of a fiddling, because obviously, like, you know, some chefs, they like the lower temperature on the bottom and higher temperature on the top, or the other way around. It depends on your recipe and what you're doing. So with this one, remember, it's for both, you know, top of the bottom chamber and bottom of the top chamber. So just one thing to remember. However, you know, we managed to figure it out quite quickly, and we managed to do really nice pizzas. What else is there? The cool thing is the double chamber oven has two reset buttons. All right, so you have 1 and 2 in order to reset one or the other chamber, which is great because when the one trips, you still have one to work with. All right, so that's really cool, especially during rush hour when you have a queue. You don't need to stop, you just slow down a little bit, but you are still able to do something and perform and serve dishes. All right. Okay, so what else is there? All right, maybe I tell you about the size of the pizza, because that is quite important. The size of the slab is 40 by 40, so the maximum diameter of your pizza is about 40 centimeters. However, we did make a couple of tries with exactly 40 centimeters, but it will slightly touch the walls of the oven, which will give you a slightly discolored pizza, as in, like, at some points it will be slightly whiter than the rest, or it will be slightly more burned than the rest. So in order to avoid that, you just make your pizza slightly smaller than the 40 centimeters. Like, it's the maximum size. You can do it. We managed to do it. It was still servable. However, there was difficulties with taking the dough out. I mean the pie or pizza out. So it's kind of like a couple of centimeters less, and it will be great. Also, of course, as I said, it's not only for pizzas. We've made a cheesecake in it, great static help with no convection, as I mentioned. Also, great for naan breads. I also seen the people do pitas with it. So fantastic for all the kinds of bakes you can perform. All right, as I see there are no questions, I just want to remind you to look through our archive materials where I'm talking about the food truck. We're building a food truck. And also, if you're interested in the equipment, we've done already some product comparisons before, and we will be doing them in the future as well. So keep an eye out for our next episodes. For now, however, I will thank you very much for watching. If there's anything else, just write us an email on the address below. I will try to make another episode or answer your email individually. I thank you guys very much for watching again, and I hope I see you next time.